39. Bow. I gather myself. I look at my sisters in the basement. I think we're getting out. There are mountains and valleys in the basement. Now it is going downwards, and the hole is deep and black, but it takes a long time, the fall. It's not fast at all. A little downhill every day. It is Eva who withdraws from school. It's Miriam who starts to look bow-legged and then gradually finds it difficult to walk. Does it hurt to walk? Esther asked, but Miriam just smiles shyly. The bones break, my fingers when I hit the table, Judith's wrist when she stumbles and falls to the floor. The pain reaches the roots of the hair. The skin is blue and red. Then everything becomes one long agony. After 5 years in the basement, our bodies say they can't take it anymore. The pain travels like a thunderstorm in the landscape of the basement, while the seconds tick by. Our mattresses are a hotbed of bacteria. We have turned them over, but both sides are equally stained. Moisture has begun to seep in through the concrete slabs in the floor, and the smell of mold mixes with the stench of wounds that won't heal. The sisters' eye sockets are sunken, and their faces are small and angular. Their brown hair looks thin, and the scalp shines through. The skin is blue-gray and cracks like the dry winter leaves of big tree. Our nails are thick and yellow. Our teeth are gray. We have lived 1,000 years in the 5 years we have been in the basement, but we are also small children. Lisa gets cramps in the withered muscles, spasms from nerves twitching and straining, and requires vitamin D from the sun. Death approaches like an angel of the night, but we join the sister circle and travel away across the sea, down below the surface, and swim with the heavy ancient creatures down there who sings of the free world. The loss of Michael and Mim is heavy as fog in the basement landscape. Where are they now? What happens to them? They may have been sent away, adopted. They might be dead, says Lisa. Eva gets up from the mattress and goes over to Lisa and slaps her. She retreats to the mattress. Esther looks at her stomach in confusion, because next time she will be the one giving birth. We have to get out, says Ada. And get the children, says Eva from the mattress. How? If someone has protested on one occasion and not wanted to go with him to the darkness, or made some other trouble for him, complaining and nagging for food or new mattresses, it's often meant starvation for a few days. The very thought of it makes us cry, for there are no reserves anywhere in us, and in the end we cannot bear to suffer anymore. Days pass while Judith plays happily in the world that is now the only one she knows, and Miriam lies on the mattress and watches. Ada is 17 now. Her large analytical brain makes her face show some maturity. Her hair is still long and thick, while others have become thin, and her protruding teeth give her charm. My Ada. She pulls me to the space behind the sofa and a kind of glade in our basement landscape. Ada attracts my hands, caresses my palms, plays with my fingers, and then tries to put her own hands on mine. We smile at each other. You would have started school. Do you wonder what it would have been like? She entwines her fingers with mine and lets our hands fall slowly to our knees. I have to get us out of here, Ada says now. She looks at me with calm and honest eyes. I will get us out of here. I nod my head. I will kill him. Her hands release mine and she quickly looks to the side. He will know, I say. What did you say, Bo? He will feel. He knows, like a wolf sniffing the air. Ada's eyes search as she thinks. Yes, he knows what we want. He knows. She nods. We have to imagine something and believe in it, not hate, pretend to be small and harmless. Ada looks at me with great sadness. Really, we have to be the bigger ones. We have to decide. Ada frowns and ponders. She begins to see a picture. The little ones may not understand, but the older ones must know that when he comes down, we are in charge. And Miriam and Judith will be too scared and confused, so we must fool them too. Naomi won't be able to go along with it either, so we must decide for her also. Ada thinks for a while. Then she turns around on her knees to see what the others are doing. Miriam and Judith have a hut under a blanket. Naomi is on the couch watching her favorite video. Lisa is lying with her feet against the wall. Lisa, says Ada. Lisa turns her head on the pillow. Come. No. Come, Lisa. Lisa sits up on the mattress and stares at Ada. We need to talk about school. Plan. Get Adina and upward. Lisa gathered them together in the darkness. We sit in the sister circle, minus the three little ones. We will get out of here, says Ada. Everyone is listening. Bo has told us what to do, says Ada. We shall know. Lisa starts crying, but she doesn't notice it herself. We shall know that we are in charge, and at the same time we shall fool him. But he owns us. And he always knows everything, says Esther. And therefore we shall close our emotions, so that he does not know. Fool him, I whisper. We must decide that it is we who have taken him, Ada further explains. Then we can hit him on the head with the table leg, says Adina, because she has dreamt of this many times. The table leg is thick and metal and can be unscrewed. We need to practice. We have to do it soon, says Eva. 40. Bo. Before we can decide anything else, we are interrupted by Judith howling because Naomi has broken one of the shabby dolls that Judith loves. But in the middle of the fight, Naomi goes into convulsions. The cramps cause her muscles to twitch and her hands to contract, and no one knows when it will stop. So we sit with Naomi. Then it's evening, or at least it feels that way, and we don't feel up to anything more after our meeting. So we indifferently wash up and drag an old toothbrush over our teeth, but we think maybe this is the last night we go to bed in the basement. Perhaps it is. And it is unusually quiet and still on the mattresses. No one has the pink lamp lid to read or whisper. We just want to move on and fall asleep as quickly as possible. Morning comes and we think, today. The basement is a mess. Judith and Naomi start dragging mattresses to build a tipi, and this annoys Lisa, who starts screaming and kicking the wall. Esther goes through the pantry to try to conjure up a real breakfast, something we stubbornly believe we'll get every morning in the basement, even though it never comes. Naomi is whimpering, howling, and crying. Then Eva joins in and wails into the pillow. Grief and pain are a cloud over the basement landscape, but the TV is blaring and the squiggly angels on the ceiling are watching. And we have one more sister circle. Yes, we will strike him down. Then the door opens and we hear heavy footsteps on the stairs and don't have time to think another thought before he is here, occupying the entire basement. Does he know already? I see the darkness shining around him and I taste the bitterness that fills him. I want to tell my sisters to see. We have already won. We are 1,000 times stronger. Then he takes me. He and she don't know that I can talk now. They don't know that I am flying away with my sisters. They are not interested in me because they think I am mentally retarded. He usually kicks me. He talks down to me over my head. That one doesn't eat your food, does she? You won't let that one sit on the couch. That one can't wear the clothes I got for you. Now he takes me. I am stuck in his iron grip. My sisters scream in horror. Shut up, he says, punching and kicking at them. If you come here, she's dead. Bo, they shout. So it is he and I in the darkness behind the curtain in that place, the one where you are raped. I know what you are, he hisses. You're the devil. He tears off his clothes. He hits me, first one cheek, then the other, and again. You're nothing, he hisses. The eyes bulge and the saliva spatters. Then he crashes into me, into what is far too small, so that the skin breaks and the slippery blood makes it easy for him to push and push, so hard that the fragile bones break. He must break, he must kill, to forget he himself is dead. He presses down on my larynx. He's red and hot and hates me. It is getting dark, and I am going home at last. Miriam screams, and it sounds like an angel flute. "41. Bo." As he abuses and rapes me, Esther's labor pains begin. "Please help her. Esther is in labor," says Adina. I float around a bit, rocking and swaying. My little torn body remains in the darkness, and I am bobbing good-naturedly against the ceiling of the cellar. My sisters are crying. He stands in the middle of the room, flushed with power, but with a vague ambivalence towards Esther. Esther moans. The baby presses against her spine and sends up flashes of hot pain. The pelvis is too small for the baby's head. He looks at their ghostly little faces and the misery in the basement, the broken thing he left behind on the mattress, and he gets scared. For the first time, but not for our sake, for his own. "I'll get help," he says grimly. Then he has stomped out of the basement. "Yes," Adina cries. She still loves him, but hates him just as much, has never stopped hoping. Lisa is with my body, enveloping it with a power that comes not from the skinny Lisa body, but from somewhere else. Bo. She is not alive, she then shouts. Bo. Esther shouts from the mattress, with sweat running down her forehead. Eva leaves Esther's side, and everyone comes rushing. They clap, caress me, call out. Eva presses her ear to my chest. She's still breathing, but it sounds so faint. The tears begin to flow. I am with Esther, who reaches me through the labor tears and pain. Listen to me, Bo. We can't survive without you. If you die, we all die. Now be a good girl and float back to the Bo body. I know someone will be able to fix you again. Like the ladies, remember? It was you and me and Naomi when we were little and didn't know the basement yet. And they took care of us, and they taught us the important things. You remember that? And then we had to come to the cottage and the lake, and there was another lady, and her name was Tia, and she took care of us, too. Now the baby presses on. Once, long ago, Esther looked at me proudly, amazed at my voice. Then she looked at Naomi, who had been broken, and since Naomi didn't want hugs and comfort, Esther came up with other methods, like tucking her in when she fell asleep, or putting an extra piece of food under her pillow to find when she woke up. Esther has seen to them all and patched them up as we went along. Eva and Adina and Miriam has had her hair braided. Ada has been heard. Esther was the one who saw Lisa too. Not just our stern, strict Lisa, but more. That Lisa was going through a purgatory, and no matter how the basement tried Lisa, she would never ever stop fighting to be free. Esther saw it. He does not come. Esther's body struggles for 2 days, while the sisters survive in our rubble with the help of the angels. He throws down a bag of groceries on the 2nd day, and that day Esther's contractions subside without the baby coming out. There's not much left of my body, and Esther can't do much more either. Now the sisters are awake. Now they are conscious and ready. Even so, Miriam, Naomi, and Judith, out, out, out. Chapter 39, 40, and 41 comments. You never stop hoping that the psychopath will turn out to be human after all, and you never stop hoping that a parent will remember to love their child. The psychopaths, that is, the parents, had invaded with their very heavy and charged energies, such as hatred, contempt, self-pity, and at the same time invaded with their needs to be loved, seen, appreciated, adored. All this under the threat of annihilation. Long after I had moved away from home, this plundering and devastation remained with me. Inside me, different parts were fighting to save themselves, to save us. The captivity stretched from childhood into adulthood, and the desperate need to heal what no one seemed willing to understand, namely the trauma of incest resulting in DID. The filth and suffering in the cellar are the shame and guilt I carried, which prevented me from freeing myself from my abusers. I was terrified that he would punish me, and everything had been taken from me. I was scared for my existence, but within me there was a love that endured, that no one could take from me. The love between me and Elsa, for example, the love for my life adventure that I had had since birth. The love, despite everything, it was there.